Well, and then this happened. We got in, our electric jack here finally failed. Lesson learned, Harbor Freight. We just ran to Tillamook. Oh, well, first, the trailer fell. All right, so I'm sitting here editing, and I guess this deserves some sort of explanation. So we got in Thursday, and okay, let me back up. The last trip we did was out in McMinnville, where we went to the Evergreen Museum. I'll put a link up here. When we were packing up on Sunday to come home, we noticed that our electric jack had seized up. And so a friend of mine showed me how to do the hand crank thing. You know, you have to undo the electricity and then you get the hand crank and you could get the jack to work. So we got it on the truck. Everything was fine. We got home and the jack worked fine when we got home. It went down. We got the truck. So I thought, well, maybe it's just something seized up in there and everything's fine. Gonna have to replace it. I mean, after all, we bought it at Harbor Freight, so we got 3 good years out of it. Anyway, we drive out to the coast last Thursday and we get in there and the jack went down and then the jack went up. And then I couldn't get it to release and get off the truck again. And that's where the story starts. I didn't get any of this on video because I was kind of in the moment. But what happened was I had to get the trailer off of the truck. So I stacked my blocks, my leveling blocks underneath the jack stand or the tongue jack. And the only way that I could get this thing lifted was to take my car jack and jack it up and get things underneath that. And this is where things went wrong. For whatever reason, when it popped off the ball, even though I had the trailer chalked, everything slid to the left and the trailer fell off of the blocks. Luckily, the jack was still extended and all of the energy was absorbed on the jack itself, on the tongue jack. So the frame never hit the ground, the tongue never hit the ground. But let me tell you something, it was very scary. And so we pick up the story here. First, the trailer fell all the way down. Luckily, it landed on the little platform which I had extended, shifted everything over to the left. So now I went and I bought for $60 a crank jack and we're putting that on now. So see if we can set this up. The camp host came over and they went to the ranger station and got this floor jack, jacked it up so that we could get it back up in the air, and he had a tool. So a couple lessons learned here. Number one, when you buy crap from Harbor Freight, you get crap from Harbor Freight. Lesson number two is I need to put some sockets in my trailer. Looks like we'll be replacing this. Let's see. Pull the pin. I'm going to go ahead and use the same bolts because I know they came out. They'll go back in. So kudos to this fella at Tillamook RV and Repair. Kind of a small place, and they closed at 5 o'clock. And then we got there at 5. Got there about 5:15. Luckily, he was helping somebody with some propane. And got delayed a little bit. Really nice guy. Super helpful. He even offered to fix the Harbor Freight piece of junk. But, you know, we got 3 good years out of that thing. Paid like $100 for it. So we'll be going and getting a new one here after the weekend. But this happened. Give us something stable for tonight and in the next couple nights. And we'll be good. That's kind of a pain in the butt, but you know what? A $67 fix versus something else, and I thought for sure we were going to get raked over the coals being in Tillamook. Well, here we are out here at the Oregon coast at Cape Lookout State Park, and it's the morning after last night, which was lots of excitement when we had the jack fail and then the trailer fall and a run into town, and the rest, you know, we replaced. We had to replace it with this new one here. So we'll be putting a new electric jack on when we get home. But it's starting to drizzle because it's the Oregon coast, and so thought I'd just kind of touch base and kind of look at our site. We're in site C-29 here at Cape Lookout, and looks like our neighbor's leaving. Here's where we are. Cape Lookout's a really nice park. It is nestled at the coast, and the beach is just right over there. But we need to run into town because that's what we do, and pick up a few things, and then we'll be back. And if I didn't fail to mention, or if I did fail to mention, it's my anniversary with that gal sitting right over there. So we're gonna head into town, and we'll check in later.
I need, what did I do with those? Oh, we do have mittens. Oh, right there. Damn it. These are all...
Oh, a delicious meal to start the weekend after a pretty exciting afternoon. What do you think, Trace?
I wish we could start the day over.
Yeah, me too. It was a little rough.
But we didn't. We can't. So let's enjoy dinner.
All right. So that's the story. And I guess as we're trying to tell our story, you know, it's just kind of one of those glitches that happened. A couple weeks back, I talked about removing the urgency out of a situation. And this situation surely could have been a little bit worse. But we removed the urgency. We just got it fixed, even though it was a temporary fix. And we had a great weekend. So we didn't get a lot of video. We did do a lot of video over the weekend, but we went into the weekend with the intent of telling the story of this wonderful anniversary weekend trip, and it just didn't happen. But we did get that. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Hey, thanks for sticking with the video. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Now, we are trying to share our story. Leave us a comment of what you thought. If you've had similar situations, please share with us. Let us know what you've done or what the situation was. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. I guess a thumbs down if you didn't. And feedback is a gift, so thumbs down lets us know that maybe what we're doing isn't resonating with you. So anyway, thanks for coming along with our journey. And we got a couple more videos that we shot over the weekend. They'll be coming out. Stuff that we really thought people wanted to hear. So stay tuned for that stuff. Thanks again for coming along, and seek that happiness. I know we are in our happy place. So have a happy day.